Yeah, Mike, I'm down here at Danny Harrell's machine and Hot Wheels. You definitely got a hot rod tonight, buddy. Starting in third. Good starting spot, man.
I'm gonna give it all we got. I'm just thankful that we made it through today, and we're gonna put a show on for them tonight. Hobbytown Hot Rods going to the front.
There you go. Wheelman behind the number 95 machine down here on pit road. So he's sitting here and he's ready to roll, man. Jimmy Humblett, welcome back to Langley, buddy.
Well, thank you. It's great to be back here. It's always fun to run here. Langley got a good group of cars tonight. Just hoping for a good outcome.
There you go. No stranger to victory lane for sure here at Langley Speedway. We've seen both of these drivers up front really duke it out over the past. He's taking a quick nap down here, but I'm going to have to wake up Mighty Mouse down here, the 2014 and defending track champ, going for an extra finger on the second hand, going for number 7. I'll tell you what, buddy, Sean Belluzzo, you've had a great run already with a win on the season, but your main competitor's on the trailer, but Jimmy Humblett's back, buddy. You got a full deck to deal with him.
We've got a lot of good cars here tonight. This should be an interesting race. Jimmy's really good here. You got Danny Harrell behind me, and I'll tell you what, the 4 car with John is going to be really tough today. He was great in practice. So we'll see. Jimmy's a great driver. I really enjoy racing with all these guys. I'm sorry to see Robbie on the trailer, but it should be a really interesting race tonight.
There you go. That's your last year's defending track champ, Sean Belluzzo, down here starting on the pole. As we mentioned during the Pro 6 race, we saw the 44 getting loaded up. And we're going to go ahead and get the command. Drivers, start your engines. It's time to go mod racing. Robbie Babb broke a rear during qualifications. That is the reason for the 44 being loaded up. But we still got 17 cars getting ready to take the green flag. Back up to you, Mike.
And safety clean. Selection of environmentally responsible products and services. They ensure the proper collection, processing, and refining, recycling, and disposal of hazardous and non-hazardous materials. And of course, with this month being Earth Month, and we had Earth Day a couple of weeks ago, good to see people recycle, reuse, and repurpose. And Safety Clean, one of the biggest in the nation.
Yeah, it's not really hard to recycle. You know, most people ought to do it. They give you a big trash can for it, and you ought to recycle all these items. Save the earth a little bit.
I do.
Yeah, I do too. My recycling can's got more than my trash can does.
Yeah, same here. Green flag. Belluzzo leads the field down at Langley Speedway. Sean Belluzzo and Jimmy Humblett will fight it out. They almost made it 3 wide there between 1 and 2. And Jimmy Humblett not letting Belluzzo get away, Sammy.
No, Jimmy Humblett's usually fast out here. He's got a good car.
You're looking on the inside of Belluzzo. Jimmy Humblett about to lead his first lap in 2015. He pulls ahead. Belluzzo back to second. And Danny Hot Wheels Harrell in the top 3. John Lorgina running very fast today. He's in 4th. So Humblett, he means business. He's got about 3 car lengths between himself and Belluzzo, about 4 back to Danny Harrell's 95, and about 1 back to John Lorgina. Bobby Gary looking good too in the 60, top 5. Good battle back here between Mark Sly and the 6 of Evan Horn. Horn just outside the top 5, and a little contact there between Mark Sly and the 6. Mark down on the bottom in car 33, that yellow machine. Scott Lawrence all over the back end of the 16 machine of Eric McPherson. They battle for 8th position. And now a challenge to the outside of the 83 by the number 34, Donnie Medlin. Talked about Donnie. 5 laps completed out of 50. Larry Kinglaw giving you the modifieds, and Belluzzo starting to reel back in. Jimmy Humblett, he's closed up to the back bar again, Sammy.
Yeah, and Sean's tires are getting hot now. His car's starting to come in, and you know he'll just get faster and faster. It's just a matter of Jimmy's got enough to hold him off or not. Jimmy's going to keep his car on the bottom. He keeps his car on the bottom and keep it straight and squared off coming off the corner. He can stay ahead of him.
See, that kind of blocks where Belluzzo wants to go.
Yeah, Sean wants to get by him on the bottom. Sean used the apron of that track lot there. He did right there. Went right up under him.
He left the door open at the exit of 2, and Belluzzo comes back and challenges Jimmy Humblett now side by side for the lead of the race, dead even across the line. Beluzzo pulls about a half a car length ahead, but Humblet's going to fight him back on the outside. Can't make it stick. And Jimmy goes back to second. So it's new leader Sean Beluzzo, Jimmy Humblett, Danny Harold, John Largina, Bobby Gary, top 5, followed by Mark Sly, Evan Horn, Scott Lawrence, Donnie Medlin, and Don Holston. Lap number 10 goes up in lights in Langley Speedway. Sean Beluzzo, the man out front, and he's pulling away a bit from Humblett. At least 4 car lengths, 5 possibly. Humblett gets a good run in between the middle of the turn, though.
Yeah, he's good, and he's good on entry and in the middle, but Sean gets it coming off. He's putting that car a little bit too hard into the corner, and he's not being able to get it squared up coming off.
John Largina looks like he wants to make the pass on Danny Harrell, closes up right to the back bar of his machine. And that modified number 4, look out for John Largina. Oh, one up in the wall, sideways. Almost gets collected by another machine at the exit of 4. That 51 of Tony Steele did a good job to avoid the 34 of Donnie Medlin. There is the other 20, the other Humblett, Chris Humblett in the 20. And again, Donnie Medlin goes way high on the racetrack.
Yeah, Donnie's got something going on there, but he's one of them wide open drivers. Sometimes he uses that right foot a little too much.
Medlin being passed by 3, possibly 4 machines.
Yeah, he's getting a bad push up in the corner. I don't know what it is. Might have a right front flat.
If he pushes up here, he's going to hit somebody. There's the 5, and he's going to break it down pit road. Andrew Fortin goes by Beluzzo. On lap 15, we'll see if Buck can get over there and talk with Donnie Medlin and see what's going on with his machine. 15 laps, and Beluzzo leads Jimmy Humblett, John Largina, Danny Harrell, Bobby Gary.
Yeah, I believe that's Donnie's first race back at this speedway in a number of years. I don't think he's been back here in 10 years.
Started the race in 13th. And a problem with his machine, he was lucky to keep it off the wall.
Yeah, he was. So something went on there because it just kept shooting up towards the wall through the center of the corner. So there's something going on in the steering somewhere.
Sean Beluzzo about to put a lap on Andrew Fortin, who's in 16th position. Scott Lawrence going at it hot and heavy today as he and Evan Horn are going to race at the exit of 2. The 83 and the 6 battling for 7th position.
Yeah, Evan Horn, he's another young driver out here. I don't think he's been about 15 years old.
A little bit of smoke coming out of the back end of that 6, too. Looks like when he gets in the gas. Move over flag being displayed to Jack Sharkey in the 88, and Beluzzo closing up. Jimmy Humblett still about 10 car lengths behind Beluzzo. Scott Lawrence in the 6, Evan Horn really going at it for that 7th position. It is Sean Beluzzo, Jimmy Humblett, John Largina, Bobby Gary, Danny Harrell top 5, Mark Sly, Evan Horn, Scott Lawrence, Donnie Holston, Tony Steele in the top 10. Just outside the top 10 in 11th, Chris Humblett. You got Wayne Hartley and Darrell Vance, Eric McPherson, Jack Sharkey, and Andrew Fortin. Donnie Medlin, the only car that is out of the race in 34. I think Buck might be over there trying to get a word with Donnie Medlin. He'll let us know when he's ready to go. 21 laps completed out of 50. No caution flags yet. Well, Danny Harrell really adapted to this modified division. Didn't take him but about a year or 2.
Yeah, it took him a few years to get it, but he finally caught on to it. I mean, he's been running the Grand Stock and the Super Street, and he's made the move up here, and he's doing pretty good at it.
Let's go to Buck.
All right, I am down here with Donnie Medlin, guys, and I tell you what, it's good to see you back, my friend. Great to see you back, my friend. What happened to the car?
Just handling's way off. I'm not going to start out tearing it up. We're going to get it right and come back.
There you go. That's it. Just the handling gone away, guys. But good to see a competitor that has a lot of relationships down here on pit road with a lot of these race teams, as well as a great relationship with this facility, as many others as well. The man's awesome on asphalt as well as dirt, so expect him back.
That is Buck Bruce with Donnie Medlin. We still have a great battle between the 6 and the 83. Evan Horn and Scott Lawrence, and I still see a little bit of smoke coming out of the right rear, or it could be the wheel. I'm not sure, Sammy.
I can't tell what it is. It might just be rolling over on that tire a little bit. They just have a little body roll, and they got enough clearance on that tire is the only thing I can think of.
Well, that 83, he is really...
That's 2 equal race cars right there.
Yeah.
They are dead even.
Almost a little bit of contact there. There might have been a little bit of a push into the number 6 by Scott Lawrence. Great race between those two, though. And it's not much smoke, just a little bit. So I think you're right. I think
It may just be the motor's got a little wear on it. It could be puffing a little bit out the exhaust. You know, it does that sometimes when motors get a little bit of wear on them.
yeah, we've seen that happen to Beluzzo a few times, too.
Oh, yeah. He run that motor last year. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
It was smoking all the way through the corner and still flying.
And he does have a little bit of smoke coming out of the back end of his machine, too, the leader of the race, Sean Beluzzo. But I think it is exactly what you said.
Yeah, Sean's just along for a Sunday drive now. Looks like he's taking it easy. Just clicking off laps now.
Well, I saw Wayne Hartley get into the wall a little bit. He got some sparks flying from it. I think that happened here on the front straightaway, or at least at the exit of 4 last time he went by. I don't see the sparks now, but... Oh, a spin right here. Eric McPherson in the 16. Our first caution flag will come out on lap 31. Eric McPherson in the 16th position was back in 14th. And I think our good friend Taylor Mine got it on TM Racing Videos, and you can, of course, purchase those videos of all the action at Langley Speedway the following week of each race at the fan club booth.
I figured Hummel would take that thing.
He's going to stay behind him, though. No takers. How about the 60? Bobby Gary's got a fast car. He'll go to the outside of Beluzzo. Scott Lawrence, he's racing tonight. He'll give it a shot. How about the 1 of Donnie Holston? No other takers. Maybe.
Yeah, a couple of them guys are going to pick up a few spots now because these cars will split up and they'll be able to fall in a hole. They'll pick them up 3 or 4 spots.
Yeah, and that 37 unable to take the cone because he came down pit road, Wayne Hartley. All right, we got some good action here for the modifieds. It's been great racing all night long. It's about to get good again here as we have 30 laps out of 50 completed at Langley Speedway. Larry Kinglaw modifieds back to life. Jimmy Humlet trying to stay with Beluzzo. A little slip on the bottom of the racetrack by John Largina, but he's still hanging tough to the inside of the 83 of Scott Lawrence. 3 wide, just about that time of the exit of 4. And Danny Hot Wheels Harrell in 5th. Still a lot of smoke coming out of the back end of that 6 of Evan Horn, especially when he gets on the gas.
You see that 83 fell right back in line in 6. He was in the back a while ago.
Mark Sly off the pace of what he normally does. He is back there in 7th position. "33 laps completed." Let's go to Buck again.
Yeah, just got to give an attaboy like Sammy was saying there, Mike. Bobby Gary, look at him running 3rd right now after taking the outside line on the cone, and he's actually going to put some pressure on Jimmy Humlet probably within the next couple laps. A little bit of slipping 3 and 4, but the 60 car is on a roll right now.
He is rolling. He's got pressure by the 4, though. John Largina comes up and gives him a tap to the back bar of that 60. So 11, 60, and 4 just about equal as far as speed goes. And Beluzzo out front of these 3 by about 10 car lengths now. And it's even going to help him even more if these guys start to race a little bit. The 11, 60, and the 4. Sean Beluzzo leads Jimmy Humlet, Bobby Gary, John Largina, Danny Harrell, then Lawrence, Sly, Horn, Holston, and Steele, top 10. A little slip by the 33. I think he has got something going wrong with his engine. It sounds a little sour. And he's slowing
Yeah,
up
it looks like he's on
dramatically.
the bottom of the track now. He's getting ready to pull in.
We had just bragged about him. Mark Sly now is going to take it in. He started falling back. That's when we said that's uncharacteristic of the 33. And there is the caution flag for a spin again by the 16 of Eric McPherson, this time on the bottom of turn 3. Second caution flag. here on lap 37. First one came out on 31 for the same driver, the 16, Eric McPherson. Well, let's see. You think the 16 might try to get on the high side on the cone, Sammy? '88's going to get a lap back. The lucky dog, Jack Sharkey. Our safety clean caution. Second one of the night from Modifieds. So Bobby Gary will be on the outside of Beluzzo. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, Danny Harrell took the turn also. He's on the starting on the outside second.
We got a couple of guys on the outside that ain't afraid to mix it up. And Jimmy Humblett right there, he'll be on the back end of Beluzzo. If these guys can get a good start, like our good friend Hook used to say, lights out at the Reptile House.
That's it. Yeah, I'll miss the old boy.
Yeah. They take it in. Green flag is out. Beluzzo into the gas. Another great restart by Beluzzo. Humblett staying right with him, though. And John Largina gets a good bite on the inside of Bobby Gary for that top 3 position. Scott Lawrence, he's been battling all night long. Look at him. Scott Lawrence in 5th. Great battle once again between Largina and the 60 of Bobby Gary. And John Largina up there to the top 3. And that is where he started the race. He's back up to where he belongs. One in the 95 going at it, Donnie Holston and Danny Harrell. Danny fell back quite a bit on that restart, Sammy.
Yeah, he got up in the loose stuff up here in 1 and 2 and just slid right on back. If you get up in that gray area, you're going to go back about 4 or 5 cars.
Battle for the second spot. Jimmy Humblett with pressure by John Largina. Largina on the inside making the move. Side by side with Jimmy Humblett. Bobby Gary watching these two out of his windshield. Humblett slips up, and here comes Bobby Gary now to take over that 3rd spot from Jimmy Humblett. 9 laps to go.
Yeah, I think old Sean's smelling that 8th championship about right now the way he's running. These guys are going to have to get to work if they want to run with him.
Yep, but it's still early in the season. Anything can happen. Somebody could hit on something. Now, Robbie Babb, he was going to be a contender tonight, but broke that rear end when it wasn't able to race. But, yeah, it's a long season, but Beluzzo is looking like a champ again.
Yeah, really, Robbie's been the main person that can run with Sean. And he needs to get his stuff together so he can get back out here with him.
There's the 51 of Tony Steele and Donnie Medlin going at it. We'll make that Donnie Holston. Sorry about that. Donnie Holston in the 1 car. 44 laps up in lights. It is Sean Beluzzo, John Lawrence.
83.
Caution flag. Oh, no. Oh. Man, 83. Scott Lawrence spins around. Also down there at the bottom of turn number 4. The 51. Tony Steele spun around and got hit slightly on the left side, the left rear end, by the 5 of Andrew Fortin. Let's go to Buck.
Yeah, guys, the 83 came right off the nose of the 6 car off of turn number 4. So pretty much the officials are probably going to be making a call on that because it just happened right off of the exit of 4. The 83 looked like he was a little bit loose, couldn't do it, and here he comes back up behind the 6 right now, guys.
Scott Lawrence gets into the 6 of Evan Horn, comes up a little payback. He didn't appreciate what the 6 of Evan Horn did to him. He's still bumping on the back end. He's going to get himself in trouble.
Yeah, it looks like a spring rubber or something coming out that car, too, because it's sitting at the bottom of turns 1 and 2.
But that man's got to keep in mind as he's dealing with a 15-year-old kid out there. You know,
true.
He's not got the experience that the rest of them got. He's in these big cars for the first time, and so you just got to keep that in mind. You still are dealing with a young man.
Right. And he'll learn.
Yeah, I mean, one day that 6 is going to be better than you, and he's going to remember what you're doing to him.
Right. Yep.
At this age, they haven't got a bad temper yet, but it will come.
But I tell you what, John Largina, he got the caution brake that he needed because he was starting to run down the 48 there, guys.
Well, the 6 is still up there, so I'm not sure. But there you have it. Once again, the 11, Jimmy Humblett on the outside of Beluzzo on the restart. And like you said, Buck, look out for that 4 car. If anything happens between these two, the 48 and the 11, John Largino ready to get that victory. Looking good tonight. Bobby Gary also, the 60. The cone, the 95, Danny Harrell chose to take it along with the 11 of Jimmy Humblett.
You've got 2 good cars up there on the outside right now.
And I think that's Darrell Vance also. Back to the green, underway, and just a few laps to go. 6 laps to go. Beluzzo trying to hold off the challenge of the 11 of Jimmy Humblett. Humblett high on the racetrack, and diving down low is the 4, but a crash right behind these guys. Danny Harrell involved. The 60 of Bobby Gary. The 51 spins around, and the 5 comes to a stop. Tony Steele, he spun around in turn 4. And the 87, he was on the outside. Darrell Vance. So another caution here, our 4th. And the safety clean caution starting to mount up quite a bit. And down in the ditch, the 95, Danny Harrell. He's spinning his wheel, trying to get that thing back on the racetrack. He might need a little bit of a pull, Buck.
Okay, he wants to talk. He can't tell me that he didn't want to talk, so hopefully the mic will work clean in here. But Scotty, man, definitely not the way you wanted it to end this night.
No, I don't want to be in here, but we had a good car. I mean, we were up there, and I mean, we got a cheap shot, got turned around, and knocked the brake line off the rears. We'll be back. We drove up there. We were hanging in the top 5s. We got a good piece. Got something to build on.
There you go, something to build on. Scotty Lawrence running top 5 when the issues happened out there on the track between him and another machine. Said the brake line breaking on the left rear of the machine. So
and Danny Harrell, he's come your way, Buck. He's on pit road. We'll see how much mud and debris, and it is our safety clean caution at Langley Speedway. Sean Beluzzo will have to hold off the challenge of John Largina, Jimmy Humblett, Evan Horn, Donnie Holston, and the 87 is the only driver to take the cone.
That was smart on his part, though, because he was running in the back. He's still on the lead lap. When these cars take off, they're going to separate, and he's going to fill in a hole, and he's going to be able to pick them up about 5 spots.
That is Darrell Vance in the 87. Man, this is exciting. I'm ready for this restart. It's going to get good. Beluzzo down on the bottom of the racetrack. And the green flag in the air. Not a good start for Beluzzo. John Largina thought about making it down on the bottom of the racetrack. He stays in 2nd. Jimmy Humblett 3rd spot. Challenge for 4th. Evan Horton comes up to the bottom of Darrell Vance. And Donnie Holston in the 1. Chris Humblett looking good. Just outside the top 5. And Wayne Hartley in that 37. Darrell Vance falling back. But up front, Beluzzo, a car length ahead of John Largina in the number 4. And he's coming for Beluzzo.
Oh, bad wreck.
Oh, my goodness, on the front straightaway. 37 hard in the wall. The 87, Darrell Vance gets a piece of this. We've got debris everywhere on the front straightaway. Caution is out. Again, the 88 got a little teeny piece of this. And they're going to check on the condition of the driver. Gives a thumbs up, but he's not very happy. And 87, Darrell Vance, his car turned all the way around the left side of the machine, up against the wall here on the front straightaway.
Yeah, that was just too many cars going to the bottom right there. They all bunched up at the entrance pit road right there, and they all went flying.
A lot of sheet metal on the front straightaway. Buck?
Yeah, they just it looked like two cars were side by side, and one of the one that was caught on the outside was Wayne Hartley's machine, and they caught Darrell Vance all at one time, and both those cars just got button hooked right into the outside fence. Hartley's machine definitely get the worst of the wear. The body and the rear is even shifted back almost a foot on the left-hand side of the car, if I can tell you what kind of hit the car took. And Wayne is getting out the car, so he is
all
okay,
right,
folks. That was a wicked hit he took here in its concrete.
Good to see Wayne all right, but that car is not. All right, once again, it's lap 45. We'll have a 5-lap shootout shaping up. And Beluzzo will have to hold off the challenge of John Largina, who's looking hungry, Jimmy Humblett, and the rest of the field here at Langley Speedway. Back to yellow flag, and we're just about ready to get things back underway. 5 gets a push, and let's go to Buck.
Yeah, I'm down here with Wayne Hartley and dropping his car off. Definitely a heartbreak for him. And Wayne, you said the motor just shut off right when you were coming off going into turn 3.
We were running down the backstretch and getting ready to set up, go in a turn, and the motor just popped. So, there wasn't much I could do besides just try to coast the car to the bottom groove. And, the guys behind me, they had no clue. Racing's a tough game, and they were just looking to make, clear me and maybe get on to the next spot. But all in all, I was out of power trying to clear the bottom and get to pit road.
So he was just along for the ride. Good to see you okay, though, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Sean Beluzzo ready to get another win if he can hold off the challenge of John Largina, pretty much considered his teammate.
After that start Humblett had last time, I'm surprised he didn't go to the top again because he almost cleared Sean last time.
Yeah. We only had one taker to use the Krispy Kreme cone, and who was that? I can't make out the automobile from this angle, but is that Bobby Garrett? Yeah.
It's a 60 car.
All right, here we go. The Toyota Tundra about to take it down pit road. Shane Snyder, our flagman, about to wave it in the breeze and get these cars for the last 5 laps in the books. John Largina, and we had one car cross do a pass before the start-finish line, so not sure who they were talking about there, but John Largina trying to chase down Beluzzo. Racing back here a little bit further back, it is the 20 of Chris Humblett now with Bobby Garrett in the 60. And about 3 car lengths separate those two.
11 Horns worked his way into the top 4.
And Danny Harrell's going to take it down into the pits again. Or he had to go through a drive-through because he passed before the start-finish line. That's what that was all about. So he's the one they were talking about. Jimmy Humblett now will try and hold off the challenge of Evan Horn in the 6, as you talked about him, Sammy. And he's
got a lot of talent for a young driver. He's driving with these old men out here. He's doing a good job.
And you say he's 15?
I think he's 15, 16 years old. And no, he's not that old.
Right. Last lap of the race, Beluzzo with a comfortable lead, at least 8 car lengths over the 4 of John Largina, then Jimmy Humblett, Evan Horn, and there it is, Beluzzo wins! Defending track champion at Langley Speedway for the modified, Sean Beluzzo holds off the challenge of Jimmy Humblett, the 4 of John Largina.
That 4 car's got a good piece to work on. He's gonna be running with Sean here in the next couple races probably. He's got a good piece to work with.
John's going to come up and give Sean a congratulations. And there you go. 50 laps are done. Now we get to the excitement of the Grand Stocks. Pepsi Grand Stocks for 25 laps coming up next after we get the word from Sean Beluzzo in the Dale Emmons victory lane. He's taking that victory lap and will circle around the racetrack.
But he just haven't had as much success as he's had here at Langley Speedway. Sean tried to run me over. He knows he tried. He's smiling inside the car. Wacky Wednesday coming up, but right now, here's your winner, Sean Beluzzo. Sean, you had a fantastic car. You had to battle a little bit for the lead in the beginning, but you're able to bring it home tonight and stay away from all that carnage and mayhem that was going on behind you.
This was the longest race I ran in a long time. The car was amazing. The guys, we got here, we practiced 10th and 6th and 8th all day long, and the guys worked on it, and made some good choices. And it came out good.
Now, what seems to be the secret to running well at Langley? You've been running in South Boston, East Carolina, but it seems like whenever you come to Langley, this is where you thrive. Tell us how you're able to do that.
We've had great experience here. I've been all over at all different racetracks. We've had unfortunate circumstances at South Boston. I think we probably could have won both races at South Boston. We were leading when we broke by a lot. So it's just, I've gotten used to the modifieds compared to the late models. The modifieds are a lot more of a driver car than the late models are. Late models are very lethargic and easy to, well, I don't want to say easy to drive, but they're different to drive than these are.
All right, well, I'm sure you also have a lot of sponsors that help you along during the 2015 season as well.
Yeah, I tell you what, Vinny's Pizza and Subs brought us some great stuff tonight to eat. Heart Song Care, they came on board this year, and they just do an amazing job, and they help us quite a bit. And who else, Terry? My brain's fried tonight. We don't have a lot of sponsors. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Cannot forget my partner, Gene Nichols. We always forget him. He's around here somewhere in the crew. Alan, TJ, I don't know, Alyssa and Bryce, and who else? Terry, my wife, and where is he? Alan, my crew chief, and Rob, my head mechanic, and it was a good article in the paper. It told everybody there.
All right, well, congratulations on your win tonight. A safety clean night at the races here at Langley Speedway.